joint programs where Metro West and Marlboro cooperate on programming. We're very, very pleased this morning to have another great program with MassINC, and I will get to our many of us know John Schneider from his days as Executive Director at Metro West Growth Management, but he really started his professional career as Research Director for the state legislature, and then he was Chief of Staff for former State Rep Barbara Yards, currently Executive Vice President for MassINC. And John has been here on a number of occasions giving the highlights of their excellent publications and studies that they have done. And this one really struck a chord because we all realize that Massachusetts has been losing young adults in recent years.
So, what am I going to talk about today? Well, I want to present 5 items. I want to talk to you a little bit about the survey. I want to talk a bit about public policy challenges and confidence in state government. This idea of private sector and social responsibility, something that we're calling the new social compact, financial strains, and then the question of should I stay or should I go? About this group is that they're much more mobile than groups in the past. And as we've seen from some of our other work, well-educated young adults are much more likely to leave Massachusetts for other opportunities unless we can get them settled into a good job and really create communities that sort of quality of life that they're the things that we identified is there's some real confidence issues when it comes to state and local government. And you know, young adults like all of us have a list of issues that they're concerned with. Housing, taxes, cost of living, and jobs really being the big thing. We want job opportunities. Now the job opportunities is less of an issue for those young adults living in the greater Boston area, and this region is part of greater Boston from the survey, than it is for those living sort of beyond greater Boston, either northeast, southeast, or western Massachusetts. We have a major jobs challenge in regions of the state just beyond 495. It is the #1 issue and concern. Whereas in this region it tends to be more housing and the cost of living. A lot of young adults lack confidence in the effectiveness of state and local government. In fact, only 4% are very confident that state and local government can address some of the problems that they're most concerned with. Are not too confident or not confident at all. So there is a confidence gap in the ability of state and local government to deal with the concerns that young adults might have. Without confidence in government, there's motivation to invest. And so we need to keep that in mind when we think about taxes, either state and local. How passionate young people are about their employers. And this idea of working for a company that is socially responsible. And just 72% of young adults say, look, it's very important to work for an employer who is socially responsible. So this new idea, or this idea of corporate social responsibility, really hits home. We have young people that are making decisions about whether or not they are going to stay and whether or not they're going to go. And a fifth say, yeah, the next 5 years I'm leaving. Just some concluding thoughts as we go into the panel discussion. Jobs are the #1 reason young adults move to Massachusetts, particularly the opportunities in and around greater Boston. This gap is real. It's something we have to pay attention to. And how do we encourage state government to be more responsive to the issues of young adults? We have to reinvent town meeting. We're going to have to rethink how we provide services Regionalism is coming, guys, and you're going to have to accept the fact that in order to reduce the cost of government, more services are going to have to be provided on a regional level, and rethink rethink civic engagement. What worked for our parents and our grandparents, who sort of think about the traditional town meeting. We've got to reinvent that. We've got to think, how do we make this work now, no longer living and working in their home community when they're going to Boston, or driving north.